Can we start with what is your role with Khiron Life Sciences?
Well, I'm very honored to be now on the board of directors, and I'm very happy with that. This came about when they came to our event in Mexico, this first Canamex World Summit on Cannabis. We met there and we found out that we're twin souls, that we not only want this business sector to progress, but that we want to be responsible, socially responsible with people. I think that this industry can bring peace and harmony to places like Mexico, to places like Central America, where we have such high levels of violence, and that we need back our youth that is being killed in the streets of Mexico, that is being hired by the cartels, and we need to rescue them. And so I think this is a paradigmatic change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then your role with Khiron is to bring medical cannabis to Mexico.
Latin America, and to participate in discussions and advice for global strategy for Khiron. So everything is all together on this board responsibility that I have. And yes, we are particularly interested in beginning to work in the Mexican market. That already approved medical use, but we are yet missing the regulation for that medical use. So we are waiting urgently for this to happen because Khiron is ready to go aggressively in the Mexican marketplace of health. And second, new authorities, new government have taken a very open and positive position to go after the whole enchilada. So recreational use will be pretty soon legalized, and our regulation will come forward. But up to now, Khiron's priority is medical use. Khiron is very smart in saying the benchmark, the measuring an indicator for my success is the number of patients, not the amount of kilos of marijuana I can produce, not the markets I go to. It's patients, it's the customer, and it's bringing solutions to that patient. It's making sure that you bring a benefit to him, not just sell him whatever product you have. Is that you make sure that you solve a problem or a need that patient has.
So is the addiction to opiates as a result of big pharma a problem for the Mexican people?
The concept is not yet permeated in Mexico. It's not an issue so big that it is here in the States. But at the very end, opioids is an excess. It's the lack of moderation in consumption. They're not bad products by themselves. Marijuana and cannabis is not a bad product to your health. It is a solution when you consume with moderation, when you consume under a prescription and the guidance of somebody that knows about your health, a doctor, a nurse that can help you to consume what is going to be good for you. So I think that the great thing about Khiron and this industry is moderation. If you eat sugar more than you should, you will get diabetes. If you drink more alcohol than you should or you could absorb, you're going to die. So moderation in every industry is most important, and that's why I speak about these standards that Khiron is trying to set in the industry. I'm not here to sell you as much as you can consume until you die. No. Prescription every month, every time you consume, so that we administrate correctly something that is going to be good for your health.
And is Khiron bringing a scientific pharmaceutical approach to the production of cannabis products for Latin America?
Absolutely, yes. Many of the colleagues we work with have a PhD degree, have a master's degree in science, in health. And yes, the research for new products, the effort on quality products and good for your health products is total in Khiron. And it adapts in a way not only to the market, not only to country by country. It adapts region by region, and mostly it adapts to you, individual consumer. Today with technology, I can know how you are, I can know how's your health, I can know what you need, and I will give what you need. And you, through technology, are going to be in contact with me, telling me how do you feel, what you need. So it's a personalized medical health system that you can do today with technology.
So you were formerly the head of CocaCola, the president of CocaCola Latin America. And to what extent do you envision using lessons from your time as the head of CocaCola Latin America to bring to bear on Khiron to help them succeed in the Latin American marketplace?
Well, you know, I'm 76 now, and I joined the Coca-Cola company when I was 18. So almost 68 years ago. Marketing is the same. It's the same. As you produce, you have somebody to consume. But now the tortilla has been turned around. Now you tell me what you want me to produce. I produce it and I give it to you.
Okay, so is there a risk that the cartels in Mexico will suffer because of the legalization of cannabis and its distribution through legal channels?
Yeah. Number one, yes, they will be worried about losing market share and income they derive from marijuana and cannabis today. In the case of Mexico, that money comes from U.S. consumption more than Mexican consumption. So as long as United States moves forward to legalize and hopefully nationally, the cartels will be weakened because they will get less and less income themselves. The other one, the positive one, is what I have witnessed and seen in mature markets like Seattle, like Vancouver, like Holland, like Portugal, like Uruguay. The criminals, the cartels move in a not visible way from crime industry into legal industry.
From the investor's perspective, Khiron has also started to roll out products in the cosmeceutical area. And so my question on behalf of the investors who I know will watch this is Khiron's plan to capture both the medical and the recreational, but as well as a cosmeceutical market and perhaps consumer packaged goods in the context of food and beverages? Yes. Are they to capture all of the opportunities?
Well, Khiron has an obligation with the consumer, the patient, number one. Number two, has an obligation with its employees and its stakeholders, and has an obligation with its stockholders to bring return to them. Mm-hmm. So it's a generous company, it's a humane company, it's a company thinking about stakeholders, stockholders, and employees. And so I think that this will keep on going because now I'm working with Khiron to expand the market, to expand the revenue, to increase the return, but being a socially responsible company, being a social responsible corporation within the space of cannabis and marijuana. Because otherwise, this gold rush that we have right now, everybody wants to invest in the industry. Returns expected of 30, 40, 50%, maybe 1x, 2x, 3x, depending on the way you run the business, could go to hell. I mean, if we don't act with responsibility, if we don't act with the values we believe in, the ethics that must be part of this industry, if we are not in some way a responsible industry, this gold rush can disappear. And many industries have disappeared because they don't have those values. So transparency, reliability, ethics, accountability is a must for this industry. And Khiron is going to be the champion of these values. Because if it's not, I just renounce and go away. That's my commitment with the company, and that's the company's commitment with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. That was
My
perfect.
pleasure. Sure.